Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to another video update. I want to cover a couple things today. The first of which is I want to make a reminder, if you aren't signed up for the South Orange Emergency Notification System, please do so. The link is right on the screen there. It's southorange.org/alerts. By signing up in that system, you can be assured that during an emergency you'll receive email, voice, and text alerts. This is extremely important. We got a lot more people who signed up before and during Hurricane Sandy, but this is the best way to get information during a storm. This is the most effective way for us to get real-time information out. So please make sure you and your family members and your neighbors and your friends are signed up in that system. As a recap to the storm, what we've been doing, what we're very interested in doing in the village is collecting community feedback about what people felt went well, what people felt needs improvement, whether it's from the village's response, PostSandy, New Jersey Transit, or anybody else. So right now we're in the midst of conducting some neighborhood association meetings. You can find that schedule by contacting your local neighborhood association or by going to our website at southorange.org. We had the first one last night in Montrose. We got some really great discussion, got some more information out to the community, and got some good feedback back about what we can do in the future, about the ways that people like to find information. And we're going about collecting that information in a couple different ways. One is through those informal neighborhood association meetings, and the other is through a quick survey that we've created and put on our website. So please take a few minutes out, complete the survey at southorange.org. It will really help us prepare and respond to these kind of things in the future, so we'll have a better idea, a better sense of what kind of methods of communication our community wants, what kind of issues arose during the storm, townwide issues or neighborhood-specific issues. So please make sure to do that. All this information is being put together and is being integrated with meetings with our community emergency response team, with Seton Hall, and with our staff here in Village Hall and under the Office of Emergency Management. We're going to take all that information, put it together, and generate a report sometime in February for the Board of Trustees and for the public to see basically an entire overview of the storm response and how we're moving forward with that, and what kind of things that we need to put in our budget and make policy decisions about for the board to make decisions about in the future to make sure that we're best prepared for these kind of events. So far the feedback that we've gotten from the community has been pretty positive about the village's response, public works, police, fire, the information that went out, but obviously we're also in kind of a middleman to some degree, because we're trying to get you information from New Jersey Transit, from PSENG, from the telecommunications companies. And sometimes that doesn't always go as well as it should, and I'll come back to that in a second. We're also, just a reminder that we're following up on all the processes with FEMA to make sure that the village is getting reimbursed for the expenses that we outlaid for overtime, for equipment, during the storm response itself. We've been moving that forward, and we expect to receive a reimbursement for almost all of the expenses that were incurred for the storm. There's a couple technology pieces that we're rolling out right now, one of which is actually kind of related to that, which is a new emergency notification system called Everbridge. We're really excited about this. We got great reviews and references from some other towns and cities and counties actually that use this notification system. It will allow us to manage the information, send out the alerts in a much more efficient way than we've done in the past. So not only will it make it easier for us to send out the alerts, because we'll be able to do so actually from a smartphone or a tablet, which allows us to send information out in real time from the field, but it'll actually allow better information reception by you guys, which is really the most important part. And so, for example, it'll allow you to call back the number that called you, hear the message recorded again. It will also allow us to collect information over reverse 911 calls. So, for example, you'll be able to press 1 or 2 or 3 to register a certain bit of information that we may be trying to collect during the storm. For example, if you need shelter, or if you have special medical needs that need attention. And we'll be able to actually collect information in real time. So we're really excited about rolling that out. One of the other technology implementations that we're looking at right now is removing our email system from our in-house Microsoft Exchange servers, which have been prone to downtime. In fact, we saw downtime of our email system during the storm itself, really at the worst possible time. And we're moving those over to Google Apps cloud-based solutions. Not only is that going to be a more redundant solution and better mobile applications, better access, remote access to our email, and better network security for here in Village Hall, because there won't be servers in our building. But what's really exciting about that as well is that's going to also allow us access to all the different applications that Google offers. For example, Google Docs, Google Calendar, and we're going to be able to improve our workflow here in Village Hall by using some of those new Google Cloud-based technologies. So we're really excited about that as well. One other technology initiative that we're working on right now is we're completely redesigning the Village website. There's actually a tremendous amount of information on our website, but it's really, really hard to find. And one of the things that I heard, and I think that all of us heard during the storm, was that it was hard for people to tell when the website was updated. Although we updated the website almost 25 times throughout the about the 2 weeks or 10 days of the storm, and the power outages afterwards, sometimes there were we certainly got complaints from community members that sometimes they couldn't find the information. This has been something we've known for a while. This is a website system that we've been trying to get off of, and we're going with a really great local company called MetaRhythm that's designing a really excellent content management system that will help us manage our workflow here in Village Hall, as well as provide a beautiful user interface to make finding the things that you're visiting the website to do much, much easier. So we're really excited about that. Also, one other thing that happened very recently is we did get some new radios for the Community Emergency Response Team, which is shown on the screen here, which is pretty exciting. If you're interested in joining the Community Emergency Response Team, please go to southorange.org/CERT. It's a great volunteer program to basically help not only be prepared for yourself and your family during an emergency and learn those skills, but be available to help the village and your community during an emergency. CERT, for the first time this year, really helps staff our shelters that we used in town, and it's a really great resource. The community, the program's been growing thanks to some residents that have been involved in it. They've been doing a great job building that program up, but we need more volunteers. So please, if you're interested in learning a little bit more about that, please go to the website and sign up. There's also a lot we're still doing right now, following up with PSENG after the storm. There's a lot that we need to do, and a lot of discussions happening with our legislators, with our county executive and county officials, as well as PSENG and the Board of Public Utilities. In fact, I've been speaking with the New Jersey League of Municipalities, and they've set up a meeting with the Board of Public Utilities and PSENG for mayors of towns where they have PSENG service to discuss some of the problems that we found during the storm and ways to follow up on that, and making sure that the lack of reliable information and a number of other inefficiencies that I think we all noted from PSENG during the storm, that we can work to improve those things. Because at the end of the day, we all have the same goal of wanting to get power back to people as fast as possible. We have some ideas on how they could do a better job of letting us know how that's going and even actually doing that. So I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to get some changes made there. At the end of the day, it's probably going to require state legislative action to do so, but we're working pretty hard to do that. Same with New Jersey Transit. Before the storm, we had issues around the schedule changes that took place without prior notice to us or really to our commuters. We've been following up with New Jersey Transit about that, and we have a meeting with them in a couple weeks, along with the mayors of Livingston and West Orange, to follow up and make sure that we can address some of the problems, not only that we noticed from the storm itself and people needing to get to work, in the week or two after the storm, but going back to the discussions that we were having pre-Hurricane Sandy. We've also begun, or had our first meeting actually, of the new Public Information and Marketing Committee. Such an incredible discussion we had the other night. We have some amazing brain power from residents in town that are going to be really helping out with social media strategy, public relations, communications policies, and a whole lot more. We're really excited about that and some of the initiatives that are going to come out of that. We've also began discussing our 2013 operating and capital budgets. The next budget workshop is January 22nd here in Village Hall at 7:30 p.m. And we're really excited about not only the stability that we think we're bringing to the property taxes in South Orange right now, but also how accessible our budget is. Last year, we put the budget out on our website in a spreadsheet, and we gained praise from organizations like the New Jersey American Civil Liberties Union, the New Jersey Foundation for Open Government, and many others for taking that step. This year, we want to go even further and make that information available in more of a visual format to allow people to compare the budget lines from this year to last year to 5 years ago and look at the trends and make sure that you can see the same information that we see and still have access to that spreadsheet, be able to play around with the numbers yourself. Been working with the Citizens Budget Advisory Committee in discussing what kind of tools are available to make our budget information even more accessible. And in the future, perhaps for 2014's budget, we want to make that an even more interactive process where people will actually be able to submit their own budget ideas online to us. So those are some of the exciting things that are happening right now. There's so much more that I can't fit into 10 minutes. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me at atorpey@southorange.org or follow up with me on Facebook or Twitter. Also note that my office hours have changed from Tuesday to Monday afternoon and evening. So every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. I'm here in my office in Village Hall. You can stop by, say hello, or drop me an email to schedule a time to come talk with me. I hope everybody's New Year's going well. We've got a really exciting year to look forward to. A lot happened last year, a lot more happening this year. And stay tuned for an announcement of the 2013 State of the Village Address. Talk to you soon.